uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. Real truth and power. Health. Wealth. Knowledge of self. Uplifting the community. Let's talk about it.
Peace and blessings, family. Peace and blessings. We are now live. I got a powerful show coming up, so I want you guys to stay tuned. We are also giving away a free prize, so hang in there real quick. I am very excited about introducing my new guest for today, so please feel free to go to Real Truth and Power on Facebook or Real Truth and Power on YouTube. We'll be giving away $100. Also, Real Truth and Power on the Collective Black People Movement YouTube channel as well. We'll be giving away prizes on all three of those platforms, so we're very excited about that. But let me bring in my guest. His name is Ron Lacks. He is the grandson of the famous Henrietta Lacks, and we want my brother to tell his story. So peace and blessings, Brother Ron. How are you today?
Thanks for having me, Everett.
Wonderful, wonderful. For all you guys out there, if you can't hear, please say it in the chat that you can't hear so I can adjust the sound. Had a little technical difficulties, but we are live with my brother. First of all, Brother Ron Lacks, please do me a favor and talk about your grandmother. A lot of people don't know about her. She was a phenomenal person, especially in the field of science. So please talk to to the viewers about her history a little bit.
She definitely was a godsend. I got to know my grandmother through my dad, Lawrence Lacks. He was the eldest son, and he the one that remembers her the most because he was 16 when she passed away. She went to Johns Hopkins for cervical cancer, and that's where they stole her cells. This was hard on my dad just speaking about it. So she was born in Roanoke, Virginia, in the 1920s. She was married. She got married to my granddad, David Lacks. They had moved to Turner Station. And that's when she got sick in 1943, I believe it was. That's when they moved to Turner's. She started getting ill, and the doctor that she was seeing in Turner Station recommended that she go to Johns Hopkins, and she did.
Okay.
And she went to Johns Hopkins. They noticed a lump. And it was cervical cancer. And when she was being treated, they took some of the dead cells, and they took some of the live cells, and they found out that her cells was able to live outside the body for forever, and they started multiplying. It was the first human cell that lived in culture. So by that, Johns Hopkins started treating her with radiation bars, and this is where my dad it really disturbed him, because you can imagine somebody inserting radiation bars in you. I mean, it made her even sicker faster than the cancer. I mean, within weeks, her body started deteriorating, and it just took its toll on my dad. And when she passed away, in 1951, my granddad told Johns Hopkins, because they wanted something from my body, and she told them no, they wanted to do an autopsy, and my grandfather didn't give them permission to do that, but they did it anyway, and that's when they stole our cells, and we were not able to find out about it till the early 70s, when Rolling Stone came to our house and did an interview.
Wow. So the first thing is with her cells. I know you were saying that that was the issue. She had some special cells, and she went to Johns Hopkins and stuff like that. How did they start using her cells to help people with, medically?
Well, her cells help with the polio vaccine, the HIV, and it's in a host of outside the medical field, the HPV, like it's in all cosmetics, it's in dental work, whatever testing that needed to be done. 9 times out of 10, they tested it with HeLa cells. Like this coronavirus, they tested against the coronavirus. She's on it.
Wow. Now, and I would assume that would be monetary. There'd be a lot of money involved in that, seeing that she's testing, that they're using your lineage, your grandmother's cells for all of this medical science. So how did that go by about compensating her or the family?
Well, they stole it way back when. We didn't know about it, so when we confronted them about it, they said statute of limitation. It ran out. But how can something ran out when you don't even know about it? I mean, my family never understood that at all. But John Hopkins saying that they not making any profits off our cells, but I mean, who's gonna believe that? I mean, I know the pharmaceutical companies are.
So let me ask you this: did she sign like a waiver or something to say?
No, matter of fact, she because of Henrietta is the reason why you sign a consent form now. Because of Henrietta situation.
All right, so let me go back and get this straight, because you hit me with a lot of information. So they're using your grandmother's cells all over the world. They've been able to duplicate and process her cells all over the world for like HIV, even you said COVID. So her cells are very important to science. Yet they didn't let her know they were using it and stuff, and you found out about it later, correct?
Correct. Well, they tried to hide it. They tried to make her seem like she was a white woman by naming her Helen Lawson and Helen Lane, because they wanted people, especially white folks, to take the vaccine for the polio. So that's why they tried to paint it like she was a white woman, so they would agree to taking that. Because back then, white people didn't want nothing to a black person injected in them. So that's why they changed her name to Helen Lane and Helen Lawson for exactly that reason. And it did a lot for polio.
Now that part is amazing, because you mentioned the polio, her cells of helping with cures and stuff like that. And you mentioned even back in the day, a lot of people don't know, you're talking about injecting a black person's cells into people to cure them. You're saying they changed her name so white people wouldn't know that she was black so they could be cured. That is crazy.
Exactly, yes.
Now, I want to go a little deeper into the story, because it really gets a little crazy. You mentioned that, she didn't know that they were going to be using her cells, and the family didn't know. And they mentioned the statute of limitations is over, like you cannot get paid anymore. I do understand that there was some people that were raising funds or doing like fundraising or something like that, and the money was supposed to go to maybe the family. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Yes, it's a donation where you can go donate to the Lacks family, and there's some issues with that.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. The people donating, should they donate, how they can donate, and what's going on with the funds that the people have donated already.
Well, my dad and I, we have no idea on who's donating and what was donating because of Rebecca Skloot. That's the woman who wrote The Immortal Life of Henrietta Lacks. Mm-hmm. She came into our lives years ago. And she's the one that set up the foundation and the donation website. So, because my dad didn't agree with some of the stuff that she put into the book, and he didn't sign the contract, she went 3 generations down to get permission to do things in the name of the Lacks family. So my cousin Jerry Lacks, who is David Lacks' daughter, I'm gonna say that. Mm-hmm. And David Lacks is Henrietta's son.
Okay.
Abdul, Lawrence Lacks, and David Lacks is still, they're the only ones that remaining alive today. So because my dad didn't agree with what Rebecca was doing, she took it upon herself to go 3 generations down to get a yes from some family members. I mean, some of them is even on the board.
All right, so let me get this correct, because the story is getting a little crazy, and I know how money can change things when it comes to family.
Change people.
Right. So you're saying your dad, which is her son, he didn't approve of any of this, so she waited and went 3 generations down. So maybe it was not your son, but maybe your son's son, and she went to somebody like that to get approval on a lot of things?
Right, all of them did. John Hopkins, NIH, everybody did. And back in 2010, my dad, his brothers, gave him power of attorney to handle things, to the Henrietta Lacks estate. They totally ignored that. So no money has been put in that estate at all. So that's why it was about getting the word out there, telling people what's going on. And it's just starting to move. Like I'm saying, I'm glad for people like you to help me tell my story and get it out there, because I wanted to write my book, Henrietta Lacks, The Untold Story, so I could tell her history. So history can be known that somebody was fighting for the Lacks family, in the Lacks family, that this wasn't right, what they doing.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Real Truth and Power Live podcast. We got some powerful information. The trendsetter, scientifically, this is going to be phenomenal. We have Henrietta Lacks' grandson, Mr. Ron Lacks. You can go to Henrietta Lacks Untold Story. Henrietta Lacks Untold.com. If you want to get the book that we're talking about. And we got some powerful information about how the government and everybody use Miss Lacks' cells, and that we're getting treated all over the world with her cells, and she hasn't benefited, or her family hasn't benefited properly, and now funds have been being misappropriated. So I want to talk about that a little bit. Talk to everybody about the cells, the price. Are you aware of how much that business is, and how much money your grandmother's cells have been generating?
It's in the billions, if not trillions of dollars. I wish I had an old receipt of how much they sell a cell for. A single cell, you can't see it. I mean, it was over $100 some for a single cell that my dad had in his records way back, in the 70s. He had got this. Yeah, so and they said they can wrap HeLa cells around the earth 3 times. You can't even calculate if you sell a cell for $100 and you can wrap it around the earth 3 times, that's a lot of cells there. It
Now,
is.
now let me get this straight. Her cells probably one cell could probably be selling for like $100.
Right.
And her cells are being used all over the world for, like you said, polio. They're trying to use it for COVID right now, HIV, all of that. And she didn't benefit. Her legacy didn't benefit from any money. None of her kids benefited from any money. Who's getting the money right now? Because you mentioned the fund that the lady started. What's going on with the fund? Who's getting that money?
Well, like I said, my dad asked for my cousin to be transparent a long time ago, which she denied them of access to. So we have no idea who the funds are going to or how much funds is in there.
Wow. Are they? Has anybody been like to court or had tried to at least see how much the money that you know has been hidden?
No, not yet. Since this Wall Street article came out on August 1st, my cousin did reach out to me and said, "Come on, we want to come together as a family." So, okay, after all I went through with her, something didn't smell right, but I still was hoping. And we did do the meeting, me, my cousin Alfred Carter, and Jerry Lacks, and her mother Shirley Lacks. And we sat down and got to talking and said, it's time for us to come together as a family and take control ourselves. We don't need Rebecca Skloot. Rebecca Skloot needs us, right? And we sat down almost like we agreed to it. And that's when the surprise came. That Wall Street Journal, she had already knew about that Wall Street Journal before it even came out and never discussed it with us until that day.
Now go with.
So she was trying to, at the 100th anniversary, she was trying to, because the pharmaceuticals company wants to donate. They do. The article said, we would give $100 for each cell that has been previously sold and $100 for every future sale. So, wow, like I said, add that up. So they can't donate to just one person. They can't just go to one person. They will have to go to a foundation or into the estate or something like that. So it was misleading what her and Skloot did during that 100th birthday for my grandmother. That was the last straw for me. I didn't understand it.
Now I want to talk about the Wall Street Journal real quick. Go into the Wall Street Journal a little bit. Talk about what brought about that article, the information it pertained, because that article kind of started all of this going on, and you getting a lot of information, correct?
Right, exactly. That Wall Street Journal, at the top of the page, it says the Lacks family will finally see a payoff. At the bottom of the page, it says donations will go to Rebecca Skloot Foundation. I mean, do they think Rebecca Skloot is family? I don't understand that. That's smoke and mirrors again.
Right, so...
Same thing they did with the NIH. Same thing. These people got to stop. That's why I'm trying to bring attention to it. I mean, imagine if the Lacks family was to be compensated for this. How many people in our community that we can help, let alone, money for us, but how many people that we can reach out and help build up. That would be a legacy that I would love to do for my grandmother. Not only healing, but help build, in our neighborhoods.
Now, how's it going with the rest of the family members? Are they on your side with the fight to get the money correct?
Yeah, yes, most of them. Because right is right and wrong is wrong. I mean, we don't need a Rebecca Skloot in our life. I mean, just like I'm just glad this racism stuff started coming up because you could talk about it better now. You know, at one time you didn't want to mention about the racial stuff, but now that it's out there and it's on the table, you know, I even feel better and free about talking about it. What makes them think that they're inferior than us, my family, the back family, to run a foundation and help our own people, you know, from Henrietta's contribution, for what she have done for America, the world, really. So, you know, I'm getting really tired of it. It's a fight that I will take to my grave.
Man, that's crazy. I want to get in a little bit about your book. What frustration led you to say, "Hey, man, I got to write this book and get this information out to the people"?
I watched my dad fight with these people. I watched them, and it was sad to see. We went to that NIH meeting with a lawyer, an attorney, and with the Henrietta Lacks estate papers. And Rebecca Skloot on the middle of the table, they had a phone, and she was on it. She was in this meeting with us, and we asked, why is she in this meeting? This is a family affair.
Now, I want to talk about the lady, you said her name was Rebecca, I believe. And she's the one. Say her name again?
Rebecca Skloot.
Rebecca Skloot. Now, she is a white female who has taken control of what I would call a fund for the family, correct?
Correct. I mean, say that again, I didn't hear you.
She has like I want to say maybe a nonprofit or a foundation that funds us.
Correct. Yeah.
Funds are supposed to go to the family, correct?
Correct. Yes. It's a one-time payment of $10,000 that she get to donate to the for the donation she give to the Lacks family. If you write her a testimony and tell her how good she is, she'll give a family member a one-time $10,000.
Now, when you're talking about one-time $10,000, it seems that with all of these cells all over the world, that we're talking about millions. Am I wrong in that?
No, you're not wrong. One time. This is ridiculous. It is. I'm glad this word is getting out there because people can notice. You don't have to take my word for it. You can read the papers and see what's going on. They just blatantly do it. You know. Yes.
Now, it seems a little crazy because have you guys like contacted lawyers? Because I'm thinking my grandmother, you know, I was blessed to know her. But either one of my grandmothers, if that was her cells being spread all over the world for healing, and I knew it was money involved, and people were profiting, like you said, they said the statute of limitations might have been over for you guys. That's probably a lawsuit that takes a lot of money. But if other people are profiting, they need to come up with that money, and it should be allocated with the family. Just talk about that a little bit. How did she get to be able to control the funds, and why isn't she giving more money to the family?
When she wrote the book, and John Hopkins and all them big corporations wanted her there because that way they didn't have to deal with the Lacks family. She had to deal with us, and so they planned it like that. She wrote a book and never left.
Now about John Hopkins, because they were major contributors as well. I'm sure as far as funds. Are they involved with her? Have they reached out to you guys and said something?
Yes, of course. They let her in Henrietta's vault. You know, they got Henrietta. They got Henrietta vault where they got stuff locked away because they don't want the public to know much about it. And they wouldn't even let the family see that, but they let Rebecca Skloot in there. They sure did.
Now, You got to educate me. Who is this lady, Rebecca Scoot? I think you said her name is. Is she, how powerful is she? How connected is she to be able to maneuver, start this foundation, get funding, and, and then dictate who gets it and how they get it? And why is she the only one able to do that and the family cannot?
Right. She got some powerful backers. Oprah bought the right to her book.
And
like I said, Oprah Winfrey.
Oprah, if I'm not mistaken, she's thinking about doing. Did she do a movie, or was she thinking about doing a movie?
Say that again.
I was under the understanding Oprah might have did a movie, or she was thinking about doing a movie.
Yes, she did a movie. She sure did. Yeah, she did. She did a movie this past summer.
And nobody benefited from the movie either. She didn't reach out to the family.
Well, no, they paid. They paid the ones that signed the contract. Got paid. I think it was something like $50,000 that they split up amongst the family. So they got about the number they got is 16,666. Wait a minute, let me start over. $16,666.67.
Even that seems low when you talking about Oprah in a movie. Did anybody reach out to her and say, Oprah, this is what's happening. Our family isn't benefiting. Maybe proceeds and that you can do for the movie. You can reach out.
She bailed out once she seen that my dad now didn't agree. She came and she played the part and she stayed right. But she was a nice person. She treated me and my dad really nice. But she just didn't want to get involved.
Now I want to talk about the family member. You said there's one family member that's messing with this lady, and she's probably in her ear. They like teaming up to use the funds.
Probably in her pocket too. You never know. I don't know. I mean, your guess is as good as mine. Why she act like she need Rebecca Scoot? I have no idea.
Now, has any other family members said, hey, we need to come together, talk to our family member that's in the pocket, and let's get this right? Because it seems to me that if you guys unite, it's more money, in the long run.
Yeah, we just had, like I just told you, we had a meeting and talked about it for the 100th birthday of my grandmother and agreed to it. But as soon as we left that meeting, that was all off the table. Like I said, my cousin Alfred Carter, what me and my cousin Alfred Carter was talking about, that it should be, the remaining Lacks family, the four pillars of the family. That's Lawrence, Abdul, David, and Deborah. And each child from each one of that family members should be on like a board of the state and direct the funds evenly to everybody. That's what we was hoping for. But one member of that family is not agreeing to that.
Now, have you guys even thought about maybe coming together, probably trying to do something as far as like your own movies, your own stuff like that? And I got another question, but answer that first. I mean, or is it just everybody's running with her name and her legacy and profiting, but the family?
Yes, everybody's running with her name or likeness, everything. So, I mean, the attorney that I got now, he's a family member. So he's working on some things that trying to rein things back in, get all this stuff under one roof, and what should have been done years ago. I mean, why the attorneys wasn't able to do that, I have no idea. But he's a family member and he's working hard on the case right now. So we should start sending some stuff out to get attention to what's going on.
Now, my next question, and a couple of people have been asking me when I said I was going to interview you. They were asking about Hereditary. Did you guys, any family members, benefit from her cells? Did it like come over, or they're just able to keep duplicating her cells? And now that you have, if you do have the same cells as her, it wouldn't even matter.
No, I don't know. We haven't been tested for that. I mean, now, it's another interesting story. They came back for more. John Hopkins did. They came back.
Are you serious?
Yes, they came back. In the 70s, in the early 70s, they took blood from my dad, Abdul, David Lacks. I think they might took it from my Aunt Deborah at the time, too. And what they did from that, they was able to do DNA mapping. That's where they found out how the genes and stuff work by them taking Henrietta's children and mapping the genome.
Man.
I'm too good with that medical stuff, but I can talk a little of it, but that's where they got that from. Because they took my dad's and them blood. And we still don't know what they do. I mean, they hadn't admitted to it. We don't know what they did with it.
All right, let
my
me.
dad said, we want to test y'all to see if y'all got cervical cancer. As Henrietta. Yeah.
So let me go back. You don't know, they could have used more of your family member cells, your father's and everything else, and been profiting.
Yep.
Man, this is powerful. This is crazy. Let me ask you, how can the people help? And please, if you're just tuning in, we're here with Miss Henrietta Lacks' grandson, Mr. Ron Lacks. Can you show your book, Mr. Lacks? He has a book, The Untold Story of Henrietta Lacks, and we are talking about the misappropriation of funds from the nonprofit they have going on, and how the family's been mistreated and things like that. So we want you guys to please hit the like button, hit the share button. Don't forget, after the interview, we'll be giving away $100 too. So stay tuned for that. Hang in there. We're almost done, but this is some powerful information. So please hit that share button. On the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, boom, my man. Thank you, family. And let's get back into the interview with my brother Ron Lacks. So just talk a little bit about your book, some of the things, the details. I know you've been talking about it, where they can get it, and things of that nature.
It's up on Amazon now, so you can get it at Amazon too. It came out today, but for years they kept calling my grandmother a poor black farmer. I mean, you seen her picture, that iconic picture of my grandmother, right?
Beautiful lady.
Now, how can you get? I used to say, I walked past that picture when I was growing up. Not once did I ever think of that was a poor black farmer.
Right.
You know, it just infuriates me that they kept calling my grandfather and grandmother poor black farmers. And then Rebecca Skloot tried to make her like she's illiterate, that she don't know how to read and write. And she's mentioned in a book that she signed her name with an X. You know what I did? I put her signature in my book. That's her signature. She has some beautiful handwriting, isn't she?
So that is her signature. So you just debunked the fact that she couldn't read and write just on that alone.
Correct. I took it off her admission slip at Johns Hopkins. Yeah. I mean, but that's something that she probably seen herself. So why would she say that my grandmother signed her name with an X? For no other reason but to belittle her, that she was uneducated. You understand what I'm saying? She had got all that from the vault from Johns Hopkins. And you mean to tell me that she didn't see that mission set up? No. Come on, it's more at work here.
Now, before I let you go, I want to talk to you about how how the people out here can help besides spreading the information out. How can we go and help you with your cause? Where you at? What's going on now? How can we tune in and push to get the word out, your book out, and just help the family? Like you said, this is something that they've been doing throughout history to black people. If it's not giving us, injecting us with something that's going to kill us, it's taking our power, like you say, cells and things like that, and making profit out of it. And that's some of the worst things you can do. Talk about some things that the listeners, the viewers can do to just help you out from there.
Well, I'm new to this, right? I've been fighting this fight for a long time with my dad. So, any suggestions out there, I'll take them in. That's why I wrote this book, so it could get out there, and people can be informed, because this is a fascinating story. I'm talking about the things that my family went through and still is going through, from John Hopkins. Like, for instance, John Hopkins, they promised us that, okay, we can't pay you for monetary value, but we'll give you medical care. We look out for you, and that turned out to be a lie. I mean, I went just the other day because I need a knee replacement, and I talked to a Dr. Ford, who was the Lacks family liaison, and he directed me to Rebecca Skloot. And I said, what? John Hopkins promised to take care of the Lacks family, not Rebecca Skloot. I mean, they keep throwing us back on this one. I mean, I don't understand it.
So hold on. So you're saying that the hospital, John Hopkins, one of the major hospitals in the world, promised you family members treatment. So they already know that in some ways they owe you guys something, and you go to get a checkup or whatever, and they're telling you need to check with the lady Rebecca.
Correct. Yep, they sure did. Check with Rebecca. I mean, blatant with it. Don't care. But they counting on people not being interested in my story. They're gonna be wrong. I'm in his grandchild. They go wrong. I'm gonna fight for this.
Without a doubt. This is crazy.
It is.
The female, the lady, have you guys reached out to her? What has she said to what's going on with the verbal, the meetings and things like that, with the communication with this lady? Is she just straight up gangster with it? Like, I'm running this is my foundation, or whatever? What's going on with her?
Let me tell you, she told my dad, tried to correct her with some of the things she had in the book. She told him, this is my story. It's not your book. Yes. She told my dad that.
Now, who's giving her the rights and the permission to write on that, or anybody can write a book on it? Or how's that go?
Anybody can write a book, but my aunt Deborah was working with her at one time. But my Aunt Dale stopped working with her because Dale found out that she was all in it for herself, and she wasn't trying to share with the family who helped her do the book. So my Aunt Dale stopped talking to her, and she talks about herself. Yeah, me and Dale had a falling out.
Looks like we lost our guest. I'm gonna try to get my brother back. Man, that was powerful. Hold on one second. Let me see if I can get him back in here. Brother Ron, you there?
Yeah, I'm there.
Okay, I got you.
Okay, we was at the, trying to remember where I was at, because we got cut off for a minute there. Lost my train of thought. I was going with it.
Yeah, you was flowing. Yeah, just.
But about her and my Aunt Deborah.
Yes.
Had a falling out. She mentions it, that her and Dale had a falling out. So, but she never in her book, she never tells why. In my book, I tell them why she had a falling out. because it was obvious to my aunt Deborah that she wasn't trying to share any monetary value with the family, even though we helped her with the book.
So you guys helped her with the book, and you still didn't get
My aunt Deborah helped her write the book.
okay, but no, and nobody did your aunt get anything?
No, well, my aunt, unfortunately, she passed away before the book came out,
Wow.
and that's where it went totally downhill.
Well, this is an education for a lot of our people because it's also teaching us that we need to start watching and handling our business as black people. We need to watch every time we go in there, watch what we signing, things of that nature. Make sure that we're having a trail of paperwork to benefit us. So this is just powerful in our own right. Before I let you roll out, I just want to talk a little bit about where you go from here, and the things you got going on to just preserve your grandmother's legacy.
Keep doing these interviews. Like you said, I'd like to do somebody do a movie about.
Hold on, brother Ron. I think I lost you. Hold on one second. Stand by. Are you there? I want to make sure we close you out good. You're doing a phenomenal job, by the way. So I definitely appreciate you, man. And thank you for giving the family this input because it's definitely powerful that we get you here to provide your information. So in return, just close out. Talk about how the people can what's going on and everything of that nature.
Okay. Share my, like I said, share my book. Keep it rolling. And one thing I like too, how they got Rebecca Skloot's mandatory reading in all the schools and stuff. They should put my book right alongside hers of what family members had to endure behind that. It's John Hopkins. I asked them to, y'all opened your arms for Rebecca Skloot, helped her with her book, show me some respect and help me tell my family story, what happened to us. Still they haven't reached out to me to try to even help with that. So I need people to keep sharing my story and keep it moving because they need to know. And another thing, because of my grandmother's sales and the sales that what they cost and what they're selling for, we will be one of the richest black families in the world. It wouldn't even be kings and queens if they had to pay us. That's why I don't think this would ever be a favor because it's so much. With that much money, I mean, imagine how much funds we talking about if.
Right, you broke up. I was going to say you broke up at the end, so I don't want to hold you too much further, but I want you to just show your book one more time. And I got a couple of people I also want to introduce you to, some more shows. I want to get you with the Collective Black People Movement so you can speak to them. We have our meetings, and a lot of the members would love to hear your story as well. And I'll get with the president, Brother Roz, with that. And again, my brother, we are all praying for you and your family. We're going to support you. We're going to get that word out for you about what's going on in misappropriation of funds so your family can do what's right and benefit from your grandmother, man. It's only right if they're using her cells to cure the world and everything. I'm sure she would want her family to benefit. It's only a righteous and moral thing to do. So we really want to get you guys' story out. And I'm glad at least Oprah and them are at least trying to put the story out. But it's a bigger story. Not only has she helped aid the world in science, her family is not benefiting from what she's doing. Anything to close out?
No, I just want to thank you, Evan, and there's people like you that help my story keep moving on. And like I said, thank you, and I appreciate you inviting me. Anytime you need me to come on and talk about my family or my grandmother, what I love to do.
I got you, and I'm gonna hit you. I'm gonna hit you after I finish the show because I got to get you over to some other people that got some powerful shows. We're gonna keep this movement going. We're gonna get some things done, and I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart, and thank you for bringing it into the fan.
You too, Evan.
All right, have a good one.
You too.
All right. All right, man. That was a great interview. Please support. Henrietta Lacks' grandson, Ron Lacks, and support the family. This has been happening for years and years. We talked about Aunt Jemima. Her family didn't really get any money, things of that nature. So we really want to support our families, our black families, and learn not to be, manipulated and things of that nature. So, as I said before, we got the contest coming up. And let me get onto the internet real quick. Hold on one second so we can make sure we get you guys coming. Hold on one second. We got a $100 giveaway, and it may be more. I'm looking at the sponsor now, and it may be more. So hold on, you guys. Let me get into my laptop. And again, thank you guys for tuning in. Shout out to the Collective Black People Movement. We are really doing some great things with the Collective Black People Movement and the UNIA. So I want you guys to hold on real quick, and I'm going to tell you what you have to do to win. Now, the first thing you have to do, and it's going to be 3 winners. The first thing I want you guys to do, if you're able to do it, is go over to YouTube. Real Truth and Power. We're going to start there with the Real Truth and Power YouTube. We're going to start with that. Go over to the Real Truth and Power YouTube channel. And what I need you guys to do is go into the comments, and put race first. Put in race first. And that is Real Truth and Power on YouTube. Go to that one first. That will be our first winner. If you can go to the comments and put in race first, and hit the share button and the subscribe button as you go in. Please do that right away, and you will be the first one. As they know, they'll randomly pick you, but that person will be the first one to win the first $100. So I'm looking now, making sure we can get that together, and then we're going to do the next channel next. So please, if you're still tuned in, go to Real Truth and Power on YouTube. Put in the comments race first. Then you have to like it and subscribe. So go ahead and do that for me real quick. And then we're going to go to the Collective Black People Movement channel next. All right, it's Real Truth and Power. Put in Real Truth and Power is the name of the channel. You should see me. We should be live. And then put in race first. Hit the like button and the share button. And if you can do that, we'll be picking the winner in a few minutes. And it's not a lot of people, so hurry up, because we're going to go to the next channel in a second, and that will be the Collective Black People Movement's YouTube channel. So hurry up if you're in the Real Truth and Power. Let me give it a few more seconds, and then we're going to pick our winner. And we're still waiting. I only got one right now, so that might be the first winner of the $100. So hurry up and go to YouTube, Real Truth and Power. You'll see our video. We got 2. Waiting for a couple more. All right, waiting on a couple more, and then YouTube will pick the winner. So stand by. I'm going to wait 30 more seconds. And then I'm going to let YouTube pick the winner. All right, 15 more seconds. All right, and the winner is, for the first prize of $100, Donnie Goes In. Donnie Goes In. All right, Donnie Goes In. What I need you to do real quick is email me at realtruthandpower.com. realtruthandpower.com. Email me your name and information. Hang on there. We got another $100 to give away, y'all. We got some lucked out this week with some sponsors, so hang in there. Don't leave yet. We got another $100 to give away, so don't leave yet. Don't leave yet. Donnie Goes In. I'm waiting for your email at realtruthandpower@gmail.com. As soon as I get your email, I'm gonna tell y'all what you got to do to get the next $100. So go into Real Truth and Power. I'm sorry, email me Donnie Goes In with your name and your Cash App if you got Cash App, or just email me realtruthandpower@gmail.com. I'm waiting for your email so I can go to the next winner. So hold on, y'all. Just waiting for the email. And that is for Donnie Goes In. realtruthandpower@gmail.com. realtruthandpower@gmail.com. While I'm waiting on that email from Donnie Goes In, the next prize, I need you guys to go to the Collective Black People Movement channel. Collective Black People Movement on YouTube. So take your time, go to the YouTube channel, Collective Black People Movement. Collective Black People Movement. We're giving away another $100. And so the ancestors have blessed us with a sponsor, and the sponsor said the best way they would like to do it is to do it this way. So go to the Collective Black People Movement. Go into the video, if you're already in there, and put in race first. Race first. Race first. I see a couple people already in there. If you put in race first, hit the like button and the subscribe button, and then we'll have YouTube select that winner. So we're waiting on that now. Take your times. Nobody in there really got quite yet. Collective Black People Movement, $100. So I'm waiting for someone to go in there and put in race first. So take your time. If you can get in there, go into the Collective Black People Movement. We already gave $100 away. We're giving away one more $100. I see we got people still watching, so I'm waiting. Collective Black People Movement on YouTube. Collective Black People Movement on YouTube. And I'm still waiting. As soon as someone puts in race first, they will be probably the winner, because I'm going to do it quick so we can go into the next one. So I'm still waiting. You'll see our video if you put in Collective Black People Movement. Go to the channel and then put in race first. And the way I'm going to do this is the first one I see that does it, they'll be the winner. And then we got one more channel to do. One more channel to do. Donnie Goes In did it, but you already won, so I got to get somebody else. So somebody else, hurry up. Hurry up and put it in. Race first. Collective Black People Movement, or you might have to be the winner. So hurry up. We're giving away another $100. Donnie goes in, make sure, did you email me? Put in the comments that you emailed me. I want to make sure I got your email. I got your email. Perfect. Perfect. Donnie Hansberry, I got your email. I'll be cash apping you soon. All right, waiting on somebody else. Race First, Collective Black People Movement. $100. Collective Black People Movement. Get your $100. Still waiting. All right, so looks like Kendall Lyles, you won $100. Kendall Lyles, what I need you to do is email me realtruthandpower@gmail.com. That's realtruthandpower@gmail.com. realtruthandpower@gmail.com. Please make sure you hit that share button too, Miss Kendall Lyles. And we got one more. We got one more $100 to give away. I apologize. This one is $50. We already gave away $200. This one is $50. I had $250. I apologize. $250. Hold on. Now you have to go to another one. And let me see what that channel is so I can get you guys right. Hold on one second. I just got a text from my sponsor saying, go ahead, make it another $100. We are doing it live at Real Truth and Power right now. Talk to me. Another $100. So, all right, let me go and tell you what channel to go to on YouTube. All right, you are going to go to the channel. Get this right. UNIA-ACL Division 421. I'm going to put it up in the screen for you guys. This is the next $100. Hold on one second. Let me get you guys correct. Hold on. I got you covered. You got to go in there and hit Race First. Then please hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. And I'm going to put it up on the screen for you. I thought I put it on the screen. Hold on one second. There we go. Let me make it bigger. This is where you got to go to on the YouTube channel. This is what you search. I got it big. I'm going to put it down the bottom. Hold on. Hold on, let me get that crazy check out of here. Hold on. So you make sure you guys can see it. All right, so go to UNIA-ACL Division 421. Go to that right now. Put in Race First in the comments. So we're waiting now for someone to go into that, and they can get the next $100. Hold on one second. Let me go in there. Take your time. This is the last one. So we've been blessed to give away $400, $300. Hold on. And looks like Nasto for you. You are the winner. You are the winner. What I need you to do is email me at realtruthandpower@gmail.com. I'm going to hang on to make sure I got your email. Donnie Hansberry, I got your email. Thank you so much for the love. Kendall Lyles, I got your email. Thank you so much for the love. You'll be getting your money shortly. I am waiting on one more. Nasto for you. Nasto for you. Email me at realtruthandpower@gmail.com. 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 Nasto for you. With your name and your Cash App, if you have Cash App. Your name and your Cash App. And I'm going to look for your email and then we can close out. What a powerful show today. And that's realtruthandpower@gmail.com. Nasto for you. realtruthandpower@gmail.com. So again, thank you guys for tuning in. Hopefully the sound was good. Had a little technical difficulties, but as always, man, the ancestors just blessed me with the powerful information to get to the people, and we are doing it live at Real Truth and Power. Just blessed. And again, realtruthandpower@gmail.com. Nasto for you. I'm looking for your email with your name and your Cash App. Got you. Thank you so much. Email me your Cash App or some way to contact you, Nasto for you. I just got it that this is you. But thank you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you for the winners. We're going to be doing a lot more. I've been really working on getting sponsors and stuff like that and just getting the word out. Shout out to my man, President Rise of the Collect the Black People Movement for always providing just great platform for me to get Real Truth and Power out to the people. Please go and subscribe to that channel, Collect the Black People Movement. We got a lot of powerful shows, and go to Real Truth and Power on YouTube as well. Hit that subscribe button and also hit that alert button so you can get alerts. We got a lot of powerful shows. This was great information to hear about the sister Henrietta Lacks, to hear her grandson and how their family's been really treated by the establishment. Man, it's crazy. So, we made it through. And please, I'm going to be pushing my brother to get on a lot of other shows. So definitely just keep sharing that information. Stay tuned. We got a lot of powerful shows coming up. And again, Real Truth and Power or Collect the Black People Movement. There's a whole bunch of different podcasts coming out. Our sister that was just running for election, she didn't win, but Sister Cheryl has a powerful show. My brother Jay Rich, Seriously Joking. Me, Sean, we didn't forget you. The brother's still trying to edit some things with the cooking show. AC Fun Time. Wait, as soon as this COVID is over, brother AC is going to be going around getting people from city to city. So right now we're pushing his old shows, but as soon as that goes, so just keep staying tuned in. And for all of my brothers that are into Kemet, if you haven't seen my brother John Henry with a powerful show, man, it's a blessing. So man, I'm out of here. I don't want to hold you guys up. I'll talk forever. Winners should be getting the money in about 10 minutes. Sponsor's going to cash at me, and I'm cash apping you guys right away, and he is live. So thank you again. Hotep, peace and blessings. Race first. Let's keep winning. Get that information out. All right? I'm out of here, man. Peace and blessings.
Real truth and power, health, wealth, knowledge of self, uplifting the community. Let's talk about it. let's talk.